How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. I was just explaining to Tarja, and now that we have...
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have.
What is Jill doing?
What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the Moondew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other. Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates. Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
Thanks to Sid. Father is gone. I'm sure
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
I have done it, Sid. I have learned all the letters. Every one.
I knew it was a good idea to have editors study alongside the children. It's really stoked their competitive spirit.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant!
Don't thank me.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Thank fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming, thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight, just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
told me she was building a ship.
Really? That's a ship. Let's sail it around the lake.
When it comes to boyish charm, Goops has an
I think Mid might need some help tidying up.
Well, that's it then. I'm buggered. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's a lovely bit of kit, it is. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out. Problem is, it won't always get rid, which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicine. So what exactly?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university. You pour the blackest blight water through it. So, I did a bit of reading, and do you know what I found out? It's...
I take it that...
I saw a billet on that. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte.
All right.
Thank you.
And so lost.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. If anything you don't need.
Not here. Not here. Good girl. Time to fight. Straight home now. Let's go. Run like the wind.
be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
Come on. That'll do, girl. Here. Greetings, Your Majesty. Your reign is over. Now, this looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If a wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Hugo Kupka's dead, isn't he?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I think Mid might need some help.
All right, there's. How's that hunt?
I have it.
That's the stuff. You're a gent, Sid. Right then. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder.
There's no need.
There'd be... Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
What?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the... Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. See? I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen up.
Well,
that's the spirit. Well, what do you reckon?
it certainly feels...
Right?
Thank you.
No, for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavours. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your back. And I'm telling you.
the crystal too? You're joking. And what can I do for you? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Ugh, I'm never drinking.
Trouble with the ledgers. What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him. Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
He cracked the crystal too? You're joking.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This one, I just wanted to... that you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning that perhaps sharing your...
That bastard's luck at still. You got a keen. He's just, well...
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing, but the metal itself wasn't anything to write home. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that.
So that's what...
No. Not troubling me exactly.
And if you knew we could arm the curse breakers...
That's...
I'll see what I can... Sharper swords, or we can't have our master...
Sure as... I can't say I'm not grateful.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen... I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled bread. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm not been working him.
No harder than... Is that it, boy?
What was it you said he was?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with what...
I suppose things happen different. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean?
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single edge.
Running around after him?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work on it.
Little wondrous. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go, which made it nicer.
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I'd tell people? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Delmeckian, and he's got more money than sense, which is what? Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dal...
Thank you.
Oh.
I appreciate... Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady she says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to...
I rather think she might be. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but if we assume that his newfound magics require addition... It may well be that the Bones Lady Karen is a... Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals. As to where one might find a suitable substitute...
I don't recall ever seeing...
And little wonder. The oldest and largest... The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida.
Even so.
Good hunting.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to do?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive.
That's why I'm...
Shh, Otto. A little. Listen. I've some... And it's... Sadly, that square turned out to be... I can straighten it out, I swear, but I'm gonna need help.
Be late.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. And instead of you get Clive to come to you. The man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. Well?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have...
Do we have that much to hand?
No, we don't. And no, after the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than... Besides, we'll need to learn to...
All right. Is there anything...
There might... How'd you fancy taking these to
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. A little something Sid and I set aside for... And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope
I'm sure that...
But you know how it is with this place.
I know.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
There's talk that the glass gate flood.
Did you hear?
The gates to heaven.
I want to see you again.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc? Still no...
Milady.
Gifts? Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to settle the hideaway's debt and to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be... Tell Otto he can keep his bauble. The man owes me nothing. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. And for Otto's.
Otto is luck. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway...
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just... I don't know how it happened. Whether there was anything he...
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Sid, I've an ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends. Clive!
I wasn't expecting. It seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star, Ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out, I charged that much. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about a bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander. Word is, he was probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, Sid may have been the face of the hideaway. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would...
His death was hard on everyone.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. I reckon what he saw in... And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That...
Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us. Good girl.
Faster!
Well, it's certainly cool. Yes. If I were a giant antelope, I'd see my just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. Hungry, Torgal? Now. Will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your... People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The finest fabric, fresh from the capital.
The St. Drake's Fang is gone.
You.
The whole Mother Crystal gone.
Listen,
What are we gonna do?
I've got this theory. The Fallen,
don't know for sure.
I don't think they all fell. Tremor. Some of them are still living among us. You could be
Among
one of
us.
them. I could be one of them.
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friend's pockets.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I bet.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms, so I...
Please, his lordship is going through a difficult time.
Radim!
Very good. Would you mind step?
I'm sorry if I've...
That? Oh, no, no. That's just... He's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away...
I don't suppose a certain blade, a single-edged sword.
Ah, you know,
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's...
You have but to state it.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac.
A condition I would be a fool to...
I don't suppose you saw...
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries, every ill-gotten coin in...
And that's where
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your...
That will be very...
Farewell.
This is no time to ride.
Company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good...
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, Radim here tells me you wished...
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar...
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twin and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique... They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such?
Why, they use whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse, but it is the final stone, with a mineral quite foreign. And that, Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to... Take this, the very stone of which I spoke. Far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lord.
I am locked in bitter competition with... I am one step ahead of the
There are many...
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial...
I can...
Farewell, Wyvern. Redeem!
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Coming, my lord.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting... Now.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. So, Molly's that'll teach me for treating you like... All right, now we know what you're after.
Speaking of which, I brought one for...
You can, aye. I'm nice. In return, you can...
Oh, it's just a... Sorry for that, but hopefully you look...
You learned something...
I did bet.
A whetstone.
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. You're second.
Even so, is there...
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, but there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a sinker. No point trying to copy that thing. Be about finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine. Now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel. I won't make a copy now.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just...
I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still... Hey, I owe you one. August 2. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
I'll see that my debt to you's paid. You come and find me when...
Right.
Back, are ya? What's that for you, dear? Should last you a good while. That it? Fine.
He cracked like crystals.
It's no joke. Drake's phone is gone.
Ah, were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us...
Very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way.
Ah. But that... Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in talk?
About how she somehow...
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. The Fenrir of legend served Shiva, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records...
What do you suggest?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to... One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still.
Ivan's newest dish is a masterpiece. Once
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build? Yeah. He said it was some sort of chimney stack.
Must be quite a fireplace.
They told me she was building a ship.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Come to claim your just desserts?
You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Good. So Lady Karen
But she was just too... She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me...
Karen
I hope it wasn't...
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you. I may have tossed a talent or two, but those were donations.
Of course not. Bard Wang, surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest with... Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talent. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have her, but might be you even know her. The fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be...
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which...
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you, then? Get your ass beyond that.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little about... Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid?
Before he died, back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship. He bought passage to... forget where. We set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duty. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close. There was... The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day. And there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family...
My family were the ones who summoned the cunt, wanted the monster. I couldn't turn my back on him, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they... Luckily, it was him who stood beside me when... All I wanted... Him who cried for me. Him who swore he'd do everything he could. And he was true to his word, too. Threw away everything he had. All I knew then. I'd follow that man. He was always too clever for his own. was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. I love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
All right, Clive. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear. No excuses.
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Obelus.
Yep. You in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't But anyway, I've got an urgent by the sound of it. One of your...
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't make...
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
Well, but next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, just like when we built... Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High House.
Gav will be leaving with me.
You can count on. Just be sure to give Sid and the other.
Oh, by the way, Jill'll be... She's got some things to take.
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal... is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Over here!
So what do you think? Really?
Oh, aye. There's
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow?
Oh, no doubt. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might...
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a...
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of... Chances are they'll come for you either way.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway...
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Bocklad, our merchant friend reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods.
All right.
Nope. You just put an end to those bandits and point us...
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Goodbye to you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits. That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves...
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing.
And how exactly will you be...
You leave that to us. After all,
it'd be... You've done your part. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again?
Let's go.
Yeah!
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him two curses.
Dominance and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast. Good girl.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end. Thanks, girl.
All right. Headed over to the Crystalline Dominion too, are you? There's good gil to be made there. Believe you me. Yeah. The minute I heard them bandits had blown up Drake's Fang, I packed up me store and pulled me boots on. And so did you, eh? I did have a plan to make me fortune with some baths down by the Dallamil Inn. How can anybody sit back and relax in a land that ain't got a whiff of the crystal's blessing no more? And that's when it hit me. If you're looking for lucre, the Dominion's the place to be. Soon enough, half a storm will be headed there. If I can get in first and set up shop, I'll have a license to mint gil. The guildmasters at Canver will be beggars by comparison. I'll be famous in all four corners of Storm soon enough, and I'll have a fortune that'll make me ma and pa proud.
Damn, he had a lot to say.
Come on.
They've closed the road to Randalar.
If the siege breaks, they'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
Oh, I'm done for. If I can't get these goods to Randalar, how will I pay for them?
If you haven't got a pass, you're not getting through.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Not much further to Buckland now.
Good. I've had my fill of life without magic, if you can call it life. The sooner I can fill my flask from a crystal like a civilized adult, the better.
More refugees.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going. The Crystalline Dominion is our only chance.
I know, but the checkpoint.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
No traders pass.
Porter for hire. The best service at the best price. Others will carry off.
What do you think, girl? Is it time we took to the Crystal Road ourselves?
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion post-haste.
am hurrying, my lord.
Bloody Crimson Caravans, scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
I wish to engage the Crimson Caravan services. Where's the proprietress?
She's otherwise engaged at present, my lord. Come back later.
I hear the brothers found another victim. Can you believe it?
I believe it, all right. What's that? The third this month?
Ah, a soldier like yourself could do with hearing this. If ever you see a couple of brothers up in Lateney's Cleft, you just pass them right on by.
And why's that?
Because they're duplicitous bastards who make cutthroats and footpads look like upstanding citizens by comparison. What they do is befriend a passing merchant, someone new to the area, and steer them straight into the arms of bandits. The merchant dead and his murderers busy bickering over the poor bastard's wares. The brothers set to sweet-talking some other unsuspecting fool, a warrior. Now, the brave soul charges into the footpad's den thinking he's doing the realm a favour, and when he's done, the brothers sweep in and loot the bandits and dead merchant both.
Yeah, there's a lazy sort of cunning to it, I suppose. You'd think they'd run out of bandits eventually.
So close to Boglad? Not bloody likely.
I suppose you're right. Anyway, if you run into them, you steer clear. Or better yet...
I really wish I had. Thanks for the warning.
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with them, we'd be rich.
I wish to engage the Crimson Caravan service.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. A fine choice. May Gilbert
Out of my
smile
sight,
upon you.
wretch. I've no use for a branded who can't even fill my cup.
Peaches and pears, beets and beans.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an exception? Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
Remember when half the people coming through here were traders from the Empire?
Aye. Now not even our own want to stick around.
Go and bother someone else, will you? I've got my trader's pass and I'll be leaving as soon as I'm able. If I stay here much longer, I'll end up no better off than those poor sods by the gates.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Show them your trader's pass, and you'll be on your way.
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst without a crystal.
I'll take the large one.
An excellent choice, my lord.
Ah, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry.
Slow down, Goop.
We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped in. Here.
It wouldn't surprise me.
So, to get the pass back, we...
I know where. I've got no one knows more about what goes on round here than she.
Where do we find?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way.
No time like...
You two, I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff.
Right.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Just don't go, El. He's my mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly.
Honestly.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion,
The Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes, and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass...
All right.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive. The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Juicy pears! Slake your...
Are you the furniture?
Looking for something? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imp...
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved.
Thank you.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know, then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes would do. minority, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the...
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then.
It's worth it.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
The little scamps you'll see running around here might be naughty.
Taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
Excuse me.
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything...
Anything you grown-ups ever asked, so guess what I'm about to tell you?
Sorry.
The finest earthenware from the Free City!
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children.
I don't know. What's picking pockets?
No, so if they come calling...
Caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
I picked a hole in my pocket once. Was that bad too?
Jug of snake spit for the run.
What do you want? It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We've heard that some very bad people are making children. We need to know who's behind.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Hansa, he said he got a job.
Sounds promising.
We need to find...
Do you know where your friend...
He's usually by the...
Thank you.
Come on, come all!
Peaches and pears.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him. Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now. What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hansa, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run past?
There was a boy ran back there.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hansa. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Call themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me.
I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hansa.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gil, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just a Theodore, at your...
Theodore.
Vultures who have made Balklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those with... I'd been looking into their activities in hope. But it seems they've already stooped. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
I'm sorry.
Where is it?
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the cast stones and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back.
All right then.
All right. Hansa, where are they camped? Don't worry.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail.
We'll try it this time.
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then.
Leighton's Cleft is to the south past the camp.
No, you better not have scared anyone.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
That's that then.
Daddy!
There are no crystals here.
No use calling Ambrosia now. Good girl.
Faster!
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own.
track.
We got company! That's the lot.
Foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
It's that guard from Botland. Kill him! Kill them all!
Let's have this
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return.
We should go and give Eloise the good news.
Of course. Oh, and be sure.
We'll be glad.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother is...
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Speaking of who...
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goods' pass.
I will. Thank you.
Elle, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in...
Of course. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
What is it?
Elle has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan. But if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan. Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Come on, come on!
The caravan stops next to the
Juicy
checkpoint.
pears! Snake your pears!
What a
Really want to be.
I don't know if anyone's there, but if you are, have a good one. Thanks for watching.